My desk, it's a mess. Oh yes it is, oh yes it is. But that's okay, cause I'm a crafting whiz and we gonna craft today. Hi everyone. I am going to be making some more content soon. If you can't tell by my messy desk, I've been working on some things, and I promised some Valentine's Day content. You can see my messy desk. It's always really messy like this, and um, I don't know. It makes me feel better to have a messy desk, because if it's a mess after that, it's fine. I live in a motel right now, so I only have one desk. Soon, hopefully, I'll have an entire craft room, and these videos won't be so shaky, you know? Um, so today I'm going to be showing you how to turn cardboard and a paper bag into a journal cover. Now I'm only going to be showing the cover part of this. I will not be showing the inserting of the pages. I'll save that for another video. I'll show you how I do my binding technique. I mass make journals for Etsy, and usually when I'm making journals, I make lots of covers, so I have ideas, and so when I don't feel like making covers, which is a lot of the time I'm journaling, I don't have to, and I can just pick from all the covers that I got. I actually have a few right here. There's this one I showed in the last video. This is a fake leather and suede. Now I haven't covered anything on the inside of it yet. That will go for most of my covers. I don't put anything on the inside until I know the theme of it. This one will be a Valentine's Day one. This is what I'm going to show you how to make today. Now this wasn't made with a paper bag. This was made with craft paper. These were made with regular like scrapbooking paper and some cardstock. But yes, I make journal covers like this all the time, just so I have journal covers to use. Now we are going to be using an Arizona tea box today. Yes, they did come out with fruit snacks, and no, I do not recommend them. I took one bite and they were really, really nasty. Even if you like the Arizona tea, which I do, these fruit snacks are really gross. So, just a warning to anybody that was thinking about buying them. And so, what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and get started here. I'm gonna open up this Arizona tea box. You can open up boxes completely before you craft with them. There will always be two seams. Three seams if you haven't opened the top. There will be the top seam, the bottom seam, and the side seam. Now, it's okay if you rip the seams. A lot of the seams aren't flush, and you'll rip like part of, like right here. It'll rip off like that, but in sometimes larger areas. All right. Ooh, what is that? It looks like one of the gummies got stuck here. You know, that's okay. I'm not going to be selling this one. So this is for personal use. My motto is that if there is anything on the cardboard boxes, I either usually do not use them and do not sell them. So actually, let me grab a different box. I have plenty. Okay, let's use this moon pie box, and I'll use that other box for a personal thing or something. Alright, so moon pie box. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and cut off the bits, like I do every time. Now, make sure that when you're not using your craft knife, you put the blade away. I will say that, and then I probably won't. Alright. Now, I got this blade from Dollar Tree a long time ago, and it works fantastic. Anytime you need a new blade, you just snap off one of these ends. If you can see the line there. Probably not, because my phone's super blurry sometimes. All right. I'm just gonna cut these off. Now, you can save these because you can turn them into little journal cards for your journals. And I think that's actually a fantastic idea. I do it all the time. I have an entire bag full of these scraps. I don't use the long ones often as they are. I would cut them up into pieces. Or if you have a box that you want, like say I use this as a journal, like use this as the cover and the spine, and you can use these as spine pieces, or you can make bookmarks out of them. You can cut them to size and make a bookmark out of them. So they're still useful. I don't use them often. I need to do a bookmark series on this channel. I think that would be fun to show how to make different kinds of bookmarks. I don't know. If you'd like to see me do something, you can go ahead and write in the comments. And yeah, ooh, 20 grams of carbohydrates. That's a lot, especially for one moon pie. Oof. Now I'm getting these everywhere. I still haven't finished that journal from the last video. I'm actually making these videos back to back. So that journal is still unfinished. And I'm going to set these off to the side here. All right, and this is what we have. Now, I know a lot of people keep these like this, but this is way too thick. So what I'm going to do is cut all these pieces off. Cut them into multiples. So there's one. There's two. Okay. And now I'm going to measure these and see how tall I want them. I think I'm going to go for 6 inches. Sorry if you can't see it. Here, I'll scoot it over. You can't see my 6-inch mark, but it's right here. Had my blade upside down. There. And you can save this also. You can make a smaller journal or another tag. So here's one piece. Now here's what I do for my bindings. I will take the width of the ruler, which is usually about 1 inch, and I will, here, let's cut off it at 6 inches first. That way you have a matching spine for that cover you just had. In case you ever wanted to make that into a journal. I always promise myself I'm going to make these tiny journals and then never do. Okay. And then what I do is I just take the ruler. Let me get it to this side. And I line it up. Press down so you don't lose it. And there. It's about 1 inch thick. No problem. Yep, 1 inch thick. So now you have the cover. Well, the front cover. And then we'll go ahead and do this one. Now you can always, what I like doing is sometimes I'll take these boxes and I'll cut off the moon pie section and make a moon pie journal because they're really cute. That'd make a cute celestial journal. I got this box from Dollar Tree. So I've had this Pocky piece for a very long time. This Pocky box for a very long time because I've been wanting to make a tiny Pocky journal. And I never get around to it. See, I have it right here. Isn't that so cute? Wouldn't that make such a cute little journal? All right. So now that we have all the pieces, you'll want to get out a, I got this from Dollar Tree. You can also get these from Walmart. They're actually cheaper at Walmart. They're like 48 cents at Walmart. This is a little paper bag. Now, it'll fit. This is tall. So what you do is you will take this bottom apart. Now, the bottom is going to be really, really messy to take apart. I'm not going to lie. It is. It's usually really messy to take apart. And by messy, I mean it peels everywhere. And then you'll want to take this other side apart. It's okay if you rip it. We're not going to be using the white anyway. All right. Oop. Yep, they're good. I went ahead and ripped it by accident. And then you'll want to fold this in like that. I'll show you again on this side. So here's taken apart. You want to fold it inwards. It'll make it easier to cut it off. And now I recommend that this is when you cut this off. Ta-da, we don't need that piece. And then you'll find the other seam of the bag. This could also be very messy. I find this one less messy. Oh, I say as I rip it. Now, it's really difficult to get these bags apart in one piece. But sometimes, yeah, sometimes like it's easy and then it's not. So there we go. Now we have this big piece that we can use to cover our journal. Now, if you mind these, I suggest you use regular scrap paper, but I'm okay with it. I can always add stuff to the cover so that that's not the attention, grabber. And work the camera a little bit. All right, and so we're gonna close our blade. And then we are going to put our pieces down. Just like that. Now here's what I like to do before this. Let me see if it'll fit. I use this craft paper. I get this from Walmart. You can also get a version of it from Joann Fabrics. It's just cardstock craft paper. So there we are. Here's what I do. I like to glue these down on a cardstock to make it extra. And this is the glue I use. It is exactly like Fabri-Tac. I've never had a problem with stuff coming up with this glue before, like at all. I actually wrote the company and told them about how much I love this glue, and they ended up sending me a free box, which I still have, and I buy it all the time. You can only get this from Dollar Tree. That's the only place it's available. The company confirmed. I thought they had went out of business maybe selling this, and so I wrote them an email and I'm like, this is the glue love of my life, what happened to it? And they're like, well, due to COVID and stuff, we haven't been able to get it out to the Dollar Trees and stuff like that. And they're only at select Dollar Trees, which is really sad. I have only found it at 3 Dollar Trees I've ever been to. And every time I see it, I buy it out completely. I go through this stuff like fire. It's really good. I really love this glue. I totally recommend it. Unless you're in my area, because then I want that glue. Because it's my favorite. Okay, we're just gonna glue around the edges. It's not too important because these aren't gonna be loose edges. We're just gonna place that down in the middle. Now you want to use these, like the wonky side, and you want to point that towards the thing, so it won't mess with any of your edges. So we're gonna go ahead. If you can tell, I'm a very messy person and clumsy. Okay, you'll want to leave a small gap in between these. That way, you have room to fold it, of course. Let's see. You need to get that to line up. All right. There we go. Ta-da! I know it's a little wonky down here, but usually I don't have any problems with journals when it comes to that. Then you're going to take this. I usually do it right after gluing. Fold it, crease it. You're going to do this all the way around. Fold it, crease it. Fold it, crease it. Fold it, crease it. And then you see these little corners? I like to take my scissors and cut them at an angle. Just like that. Some people fold them in, but I do not. I hate that look. It never glues down. Voila! There we go. We're gonna put these in my cup of trash over here. I have a small cup on my desk that I put trash into. All right, and now this is the part where we're going to fold these creases. Fold, crease. Yes, I use my glue bottle to crease it. I know a lot of people use a bone folder. I find it easier just to grab my glue bottle and go ahead and do that. So, all right. See, now it goes back and forth. And it'll make it easier to fold these corners inwards. So this is what I do. I turn it. I'm gonna glue this entire thing right here. I let it dry for just a sec. And then I tack it down. Now it's going to come up a couple of times. It does for me. But I rub back and forth with my glue bottle. Usually it stays down. And then I take the side of my glue bottle and I dent in. I don't know if you can see it very well. But I dent in where it folds. Again, people use bone folders. I use my glue bottle. I have this little pokey tool thing that has one of these on the end of it, but I just find doing this over and over again really irritating, and sometimes I'll accidentally poke myself. So I just use my glue bottle. It does sometimes dent the bottom of it, but that's okay because the glue doesn't really last long. So I'm just gonna glue this side now. Okay. Now this is a fast grabbing glue. Again, it's like Fabri-Tac, I find. And that's the reason I love it so much. Fabri-Tac is like one of the best glues in the craft world. It's just so darn expensive. These are only $1 a bottle, so and you get better fluid ounceage for this because a bottle of Fabri-Tac like this is like $3 to $4. And so I found this and I was like, oh, it was great. I can get very obsessive about things, and that's why I wrote the Beacon Glue Company, and maybe sometime, if y'all want me to, I will share the ridiculous email I sent them, obsessing over their glue. Okay. I'm just gonna glue this down exactly how you glued the other area. Now, if it starts to come up, like you see it happening, just tack it back down. It happens to me multiple times. I have to sit here and let it really grab. I have to let it get tacky first. And so I let it get tacky by touching the page and opening again, so it soaks in a little bit. So there you go. Here's how you make a regular cover. And then we're going to go ahead and for this paper, I'm going to, so we don't see much of the crease, I'm actually going to glue it this way. You get back down there. Let me do it to this side. All right. So we're just gonna glue the entire cover. Now, I use a credit card, an old credit card, to wipe my glue. And of course, I don't want to show that on camera. Even if it's only old information, it's still not mine. It's my boyfriend's. Okay. So I'm just going to use my finger. We're just going to glue this down. Ta-da! Then we're gonna go ahead and see, we only used half the bag, and so you can make a whole nother journal. Ta-da! All right. And so you'll want to do exactly what you did with the cardstock. You'll want to fold and cut the corners. So let's do that really fast. Yes, it is broken, but that's okay. And so it is right here too. You can always cover that up with embellishments and a whole bunch of other stuff. See if I'm doing this on camera. Okay, I'll get these scraps out of here. And then you'll do the same process. I'm gonna glue this flap down first. Of course, I'm getting glue all over the place. You can just rip these off, to be honest. Ah, I got it stuck to me because I put glue on it first. It's still stuck to me. So there we go. Glue that down. Then we'll go ahead and glue this down. Now we're going to do the creases together. Okay. Now we're going to glue this one down first. And now this one is Valentine's Day themed, so I know the color of paper that's going to go on the inside. It's going to be red. I do not want to drag out my red paper right now, so I'm probably not going to show it on camera. But there you go. Now, sometimes these bubbles will show up. You just want to give it a little more time to dry before you fold. That's the only advice I have to give you, because they will show up. And I've never found out a way to get them to stop showing up, except for to let them dry completely. I'm going to do this really fast to show you the cover, though. There. An ordinary moon pie box into a journal of your choice. Oh, what is that? Oh no, I got a little, we'll work it into the design. I got a little distress oxide on it from the last video, probably from my fingers. But there's the cover. Now you can do this with any paper bag, any holiday. They have different holiday bags every holiday. And they also have these with little prints on them for birthdays and such at Walmart. And yeah. So there you go. If you liked this video, go ahead and leave a like. And if you like all my content, go ahead and subscribe. I'm going to be fairly new by this time this video comes out. So if you're not decided, you don't have to. That's okay. I got glue on my fingers. Oh, the peel, man. Satisfying. Sorry if that was weird. I think peeling of glue is so satisfying. So yeah. So here's the cover. And go ahead and show you another paper bag I have. And voila, you can do this again with any paper bag. These are waxy paper bags, but you can do this with any paper bag as well, or any papers you find, actually. Also, I'll show you how to do it with fabrics in another video. So, there. I hope you have a great day and you enjoyed this video. Bye!